Hey guys, what's going on? It's Canadian Off-Road 4x4 here, and today we are working on the white Jeep. Many of you probably don't know this one yet, but this is for Kale, and it's his Snowball. That's the name he came up with on it. I don't know why it's called Snowball, but probably just because it's white. So, and today what we're going to be installing are these Auxbeam, oh, that goes the hand sanitizer. Yes, we need lots of that nowadays. Is the 7-inch 60-watt Cree Projector headlights for his Jeep. He has some on here already, but they're junk. Not sure why they are or why they're junk, but they are. So we're just gonna leave it at that. So we're gonna get right into the video here. This is a dead one here, so we're gonna replace this one fully. It has a turn signal and parking light feature on this as well, so we're gonna do a good side-by-side comparison with the one he has currently installed. And then once this one's fully installed, we will get into talking about this more, and we will go from there. Smile! Okay guys, so we ran into a slight hiccup. Not really, we kind of foresaw it, but we thought we might get away with it. So far what we've established is that we have to wait for the anti-flickers to come in because the headlights just flicker too much, and there's no point of installing them today when you gotta have the plug and play flickers. They are gonna be Auxbeam anti-flickers. I got them on Amazon for like 20 bucks. So it's inexpensive because the ones that he has from his other ones are just chopped up and everything there. So we're gonna have to wait till tomorrow now to do this whole install video, but just from us looking at comparing the two here, that the one he has now and then the Auxbeam ones, the Auxbeam is a lot more cleaner on the cutoff. The high beam is really neat though too. It's got like a, so your low beam is like this, then his high beam is like this. It's a centered dot in the middle of his high beam, or in the middle of his low beam I should say. So it's really cool so far. So this hunky dunky is not putting his headlights back together. He just cut everything up, so it's great. But so far between, did you need that clip? Oh, is that a zip tie? Zip tie. Oh, zip ties, you don't need zip ties. But for the construction of them and everything, they're great. The plug-in, the adaptive harness that it comes with is a little finicky, and he had that with his other headlights too. So he hardwired them in. So that's something to be aware of. But when we get the anti-flickers, hopefully those will lock into the factory harness, and then it can it all can just be plug and play. If not, we will probably have to hardwire them all into the Jeep harness and everything there, which isn't a big deal. As you saw in the time-lapse video too, we were trying to figure out the additional wires that it comes with. If it's a red and green wire. Green wire is supposed to be your turn signals, and then the red wire is supposed to be your parking lights. We're not too sure on how to get the parking lights just yet, but when we get everything wired up, hopefully everything will work smoothly and everything. The turn signals work great and everything. The low beams and high beams all work great. We just gotta wait for these anti-flickers, and then we'll continue this video tomorrow. So see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, so we finally got one headlight done here. We've had a little bit of issues with wiring this headlight up. So we got our Auxbeam decoders here that we were obviously needed for the Jeep, for it doesn't flicker all the lights and yada yada yada. The plugs were more secured on the other end, but with the harnesses from the Jeep, they just weren't plugging in worth a shit. So we ended up hardwiring this all together, so there's no more plugs. We did notice that the adapters that comes with in this is garbage. Why is your Jeep beeping right now? Jeep problems. So there it all is. We don't have the halo ring set up for the parking lights, but we have it for the turn signals. We couldn't get the parking light to work. We're not too sure why. He can't figure it out, and I can't see how to figure it out either. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna run it as a turn signal here, and then being that we live in Canada, we have to have daytime running lights anyways, so his whole headlight runs all the time, so a halo ring really doesn't do any good for him anyways. So right now we're gonna turn the headlight on, and we're gonna see the difference between the two. He's still got his other one in there, so So there's the two differences you see there. So the left one is his bad one, or his cheaper one, and then the Auxbeam's on the right. As you can see that there's a completely different pattern between the two. Oh, he's cleaning. Yeah, you're a detailer, right? So there's definitely more of a way whiter color on his old one versus the LED one on the Auxbeam side there. The pattern though is a lot better on the Auxbeam so far that we can see. Do you want to go turn on the high beams there, Kaylee? Okay, so there's the high beams on his. There's a little square line there. I'm not sure. Wait, turn off your high beams? You know your high beams are supposed to shoot higher than the low beams, right? And they shoot to the ground.
You aimed.
I didn't name shit. And then, okay, now let's see if we can see the Auxbeam ones here. So there's a nice little circle pattern right around here for the high beams, which is really nice. So we'll see how that portrays on the road. Definitely looks a lot cleaner, but obviously his is quite dirty. The patterns are way different and whatnot, but the LEDs are definitely a lot clearer for sure. So we are gonna get the other one all done up here, and before we put the other headlight on, we'll show you guys exactly what we had to do to get it all done there. Do you want to hit the signal light? You gotta turn your key on though. So there's his signal light. It's actually plenty bright with those on there. You can see it pretty decently there. Oh, there we go. There's the hyper flash that we all need. It's only hyper flashing because obviously the turn signals are not plugged in right now. So, but there it is for now. So far it's a pretty big difference. Like I said, the output is a lot nicer. One thing I can say for sure is that these will definitely not glare compared to those other ones, because I've driven in front of him lots and he blinds me every single time. So we're gonna get the other one done and we will show you how we wired it all up there, and then we'll get to nighttime shots.
So this is how we wired it in. Use CAN bus system only, straight to the factory plugs, all the way up to the headlight plugs. And we mostly did that because the plugs that the headlights come with are not very secure in the plug here, and they're loose, like this one here. You can clip it all the way in, but you can pull it instantly out, so it gives a bad connection, so the headlights quit. So that's why we hardwire this all the way in. Pretty simple, just take a test light or power probe and probe which wire's which and make sure they work as your project goes on, and solder everything. This is the harness that it comes with. It's not very good. Like I said, the plugs are shady and they don't clip properly. We were hoping the CAN bus system plugs plug in nicely like they do on the H13 LED ones, but they don't. But they do plug in nicely to this plug, and it has a good secure connection, but it doesn't with there. And then with this plug here, the ground and the high beams are reversed, so it doesn't have a good connection. But otherwise, it's pretty straightforward and simple to make it all work.
It's officially done. We got both of them in here. The one thing we did notice so far is that the bezels, the factory ones that we have here, they don't fully seat in all the way. They're a little off-ish, but nothing too bad. I mean, the headlight's still secured pretty well there.
They're just off because of the design of the headlight here.
Yeah, so the little design of the headlights, I guess you should say there, is just, it's just not making the brackets sit 100%, but not a really big deal. I mean, we're going to get new ones for him anyways, but the look on them is a little more meaner, I think. Way better than the old ones. I'll post a picture up of his old headlight setup there, and you guys can see the difference in looks of what you guys think. I mean, these ones look a little bit cleaner and a little more aggressive, I think. So, but now we're going to show you the output on the wall, and then we'll get some nighttime shots as well. So there's them with no adjustments other than what we had from before, and they are adjusted down. So I would say that they're pretty good the way these sit. So if that's the low beams there, turn on the high beams there, Kale. So there's the high beams. We're not too sure if they're gonna be worth much on the high beams. They seem a little bit dim, but I don't think it'll be that bad. I mean, not a big deal. High beams are no big deal when you got light bars anyways. Do you wanna go turn off the high beams and then again? There you go. So they add a little bit of focus beam there, it seems, but for the most part, a lot cleaner look. The LEDs are really, really nice. I mean, it doesn't look like it's gonna glare like those old ones do here, compared to those other ones. And just for clarification, those old ones were brand Turbo S2, I think, or something like that, off of Amazon. They were cheap enough, but yeah, they were bottom of the barrel. These ones are not too expensive either. These ones are about $70 a piece. They are sold under the motorcycle lights, because these actually are good for putting on Harleys and all that there too. So if you're looking at buying singles of these, you can find them under the motorcycle light, not under the Jeep headlights. So just don't get confused with that. I will have the link in below and the part number there, so you can find it if you want to check them out as well. So so far they look really, really good. So we're gonna put everything back together and get some nighttime shots. And you want to turn on the hazard lights quickly? Let's see what the hazards, see how they look with that. Oh yeah, those light up pretty decently for being on your low beams there.
Around the whole wall.
Oh yeah.
Then you got number 2 showing the high beams on the wall. It's going to show a little bit of patterns, but you can see them focused up.
Yeah, that's good. No, those are really nice there. So yeah, we're going to put it all back together and then we'll go to darkness. Hey guys, what's going on? So it's nighttime, obviously. We're out here in the pitch black area where I've taken multiple nighttime shots before. We're just on this little shrieking shack, just to kind of see how the beam pattern looks like. I got a couple night shots there for you guys to check out. So far, these are really, really good. They're really white. They're a lot cleaner looking for sure compared to those other ones that he ran for sure. The beam pattern is ooh, that's ice. The beam pattern is great. It's a lot cleaner compared to the other one he had. There is glare without a doubt for sure. I mean, all up, so there's the pattern where it cuts off there, and then up there is some glare, but nothing that's gonna blind you compared to some other lights out there for sure. I mean, his last patterns were like all up here, and that was just ridiculous. So like they're a great improvement for sure. What we have noticed so far is that, so your high beams are useless, you think, or not that great?
I think they're going to be useless because they're long focus in the middle. Like they jump up further. Yeah. So we're going to do some driving, obviously, as well for you guys to kind of see, and we're going to try and get some like some references out there or something like that, something we can compare it to or something like that, something you can see off into the distance, and we'll see if we can, you know, make out what it is or something like that there. But so far these are definitely a big improvement. The turn signals are really, really good. Kayla, you want to go hit those? They're actually plenty bright to see. It's kind of nice that they're just on their own there. And he has the side markers from Auxbeam as well, and they match really well. Do you want to turn off your headlights actually? Now do it. There we go. So yeah, they're pretty damn bright. Yeah, and there's his slow side markers, and there we go. So we're gonna do a little driving for you guys, and we're gonna try and get some more shots for you here, and then we'll finalize this video for you. Turn on your headlights. Okay, so we're in the cab now. We're a little ways back from my truck. You can't quite see it. You might see the shininess of the plate that's all the way like right there is my truck.
The high beams indeed are not that great. There is not much of a high beam. Not a big deal, I guess. These low beams are quite bright as it is already. They definitely look a lot better compared to the last headlights he had. Like I said, I've seen them myself too. But hit the high beams there. Let's see if they can see it. So yeah, there is a little focus. There's a dark spot with the low beams, but then when you turn on the high beams, it kind of fills it in around here. And that's all there is. It's just a little circle, like right in there. Turn it off. Now hit it again. And there you go. So that's the high beam. Not much of a high beam for sure. But not a big deal there, honestly. Those are plenty bright. I mean, you got light bars for that and stuff there. So we're just gonna kind of get you a couple more shots here and we'll go from there. So we're a little bit closer to the truck now. The truck's right around in there. You can see, obviously, yeah, right there. That's perfect. I'm good at this. And we're just gonna do a little, like, just seeing the output. So turn off your lights. So there's darkness here. You can see a little bit of daytime running lights from mine, and then you turn on your lights, and there's your output there. So there's definitely no issues with output, and you got even lighting all the way out here. Like it's, so here's kind of dark on the camera, but actually it shoots a little bit past that there. So you got a pretty good widespread of view for a little bit of flood lighting there. I mean, even when you look all the way over here, like it's shooting all the way over there too. So there's lots. Kale, you want to go ahead and hit the high beam? And then, like I said, the same thing. There's off and on again, and then there's a little bit of spot. So yeah, the high beams are officially, yeah, not the greatest, but like I said, the other ones weren't that great either. So, but at least you know for this application that the high beams are not the greatest there for that, but the low beams are definitely awesome for sure. All right guys, so all those night shots there that you're gonna see at the end of this little finish here is gonna be the ending of the video. There's not much more we can say for now for this install and output shots. We're gonna see how these go for the next little while. Maybe we'll do another quick review on these if they work out well. So like I said, in the end, these kind of glare a little bit for sure. The high beams are not that great, but the install is all great. And as Kale said, you know, the harness is not the greatest either. So you might want to look at a adaptive harness. I've seen a harness out there that has the CAN bus system / anti-flickers built in all in one. So you might want to look at that on Amazon. KC Highlights has a H4 to H13 plug. So if you want to spend some good money on get a good reliable harness, go with that. Otherwise you hardwire it in like this. So but yeah, we'll play around with these some more. I hope you guys like this install video and the product. I'm happy for him on these because these are not as bad as the other ones, and I mean the other ones were kind of failing on him already anyway. So these ones are a little bit more money, but I think they'll do him well. If you guys want to see any more, let me know. I mean, there's a lot of Jeep headlights available for these JKs, and see, now he's getting impatient because he's got the hazards rolling here. But yeah, they have at least 5 or 6 pairs or options for Jeep JKs for round headlights to play with. I mean, even if you don't want the headlights, you just get an H13 bulb, call her a day. So, but you do what you want, right? So hope you guys like this video. You know, let me know what you guys else want to see. I'm working on a bunch of other stuff, but with how the world's working right now, it's hard to say what we're going to be doing for the next little while here. But I'm going to try and keep my videos going because, I mean, there's not much else I can do if I'm not going to be doing anything, right? So have a good one, and happy... Yeah, no, I got nothing there. Yeah, have a good one.